everyone, welcome and thanks for watching this video on the use case of Layer 7 API Gateway Distributed State Features. I'm Pamela Deason, Marketing Manager for Layer 7 API Security, and today I have here with me Greg Thompson, and he will be sharing this great use case with all of us.
Thanks, Pam. I'm a product manager with the Layer 7 API security solution. And as Pam mentioned, today we're going to be talking about the Layer 7 API Gateway distributed state features, which are a powerful set of capabilities that really help with the scale of the solution. Let's get started. Why is Layer 7 introducing distributed state features? This is to solve challenges around consistent enforcement of API security across gateways, across multiple clusters, and even across data centers. Historically, there have been challenges with distributed security enforcement. For one, not all assertions were supporting the sharing of data. Those that did supported it through a database, and databases were really limited to only being shared across a single cluster. Because of this, being able to go across clusters and across regions just did not scale using the database approach. So how is Layer 7 helping to solve this problem? We've added new support for distributed rate limiting, quota enforcement, key value storage, and circuit breaking. You'll have the option to use either Redis, Hazelcast, and coming very soon, Gemfire. Here's a look at the architecture. You'll note with the API Gateway, with Gemfire coming soon, Gemfire will also be embedded inside the gateway as an option. This will work just as Hazelcast did in the past, allowing the sharing of certain data within the cluster of the gateways. In terms of external shared state, we will have the option for Gemfire, for Redis, for Hazelcast. All will work pretty much the same way and be configurable within the gateway. In this case, the API Gateway will send any of the shared data to the shared cache, and the other gateways will be able to access that information. The API portal will also be leveraging these remote shared state providers through the gateway support. This will be primarily used for API keys, and eventually the OTK may also leverage the shared state providers for storage of things such as tokens. Let's take a closer look at this in action. Let's first look at the distributed rate limiter. Here we have two gateways, gateway 1 and 2. And refreshing gateway 1, we see that the request remaining is set to 9. If we go into the Redis storage, we'll be able to look at that rate limit and also see that it is currently set to 9. So we have 9 remaining requests for this rate limit. We will refresh the page, and now we're down to 6 requests remaining on gateway 1. And if we jump over to gateway 2, we also see that there are 6 requests remaining. Refreshing on gateway 2, we see the counter counting down, and now there are only 2 requests remaining overall. And if we go back to Redis and take a look at the value, we'll see that it agrees and it is also set where there's only 2 requests that are remaining. Now let's take a look at the distributed key value store. Here we have an initial response from gateway 1. And if we look over on gateway 2, we will see that gateway 2's initial response has gateway 2. If we reload the page, we see gateway 2 is now responding with the value of gateway 1 since gateway 1 put that into the remote cache. Now if we go over to Redis and take a look at the actual key value store, we will also see here that gateway's 1 response is stored, although it is in base64 format. Now let's take a look at distributed quota. If we go to gateway 1, we'll see there's 10 max quota, and as we refresh the page, we'll see that current quota use go up. If we go over to gateway 2, we also see that it is now set to 6. And as we refresh the page here, that counter will continue to go up. We notice from gateway 1 now that it skipped from 5 to 7 because gateway 2 put a request in between. And as we continue to refresh, we now hit our 10th request, and gateway 1 is reporting that the quota has been exceeded. And also on gateway 2, if we refresh, we'll also see that that quota has been exceeded. Now let's take a look at the Redis counter. Here we'll also see when we refresh the counter that it's also set to 10. which is our max request allowed.
That was a lot of great information, Greg. Thank you for presenting. And I'm sure all of our viewers appreciate you taking the time to do this. And thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to look for additional videos on Layer 7 API security use cases that will be coming soon. Bye for now.